guys. So there are many ways of installing Python on your personal computer, but today we're gonna see what is the modern and the most futuristic way of installing Python. If you're on your office laptop, I would request you to talk to your IT and ask them to help you install one of the most famous and the fastest Python package manager, which is UV. If you don't really understand what a package manager is, don't worry. We will probably talk about it at some point in one of our sessions that we're conducting in DICE. But for the time being, if you're on your office laptop, ask your admin to help you install UV Python package manager. And that's all you need to have it installed on your computer. If you are on your office laptop, you can still follow me here. But if you're on your personal laptop, will not come across any hindrances in today's session. The very first thing we need to do is install UV on our computer. Now, how do you install UV on our computer? We need to look for UV installation documentations from the UV website. So just search UV installations, click on the very first page. It will usually give you the options to install on different operating systems. In our case, we're using Windows, so I will definitely choose the Windows option. In this case, unfortunately, I'm using Windows as well. We will use Winget. If you do have Scoop installed, you can use Scoop as well, but that's something I don't want to cover in this video. So Winget is a Windows package manager. So you copy these, and then you go into the terminal. So how do you go into the terminal? You go to your Windows search bar and you search for the terminal app, and you click enter and then copy and paste the command that you have copied from the UV installation webpage, and then you press enter and it will install. In my case, it won't because it already has it installed. But in your case, it will probably try to install. But don't worry, it won't take much longer. UV is really, really fast. Trust me. Now, you check whether you have installed UV or not. How do you do that? You say UV version and you have it installed. Now you want to run your Python code, but you can't really run your Python code. You have Python package manager installed, but you don't really have a Python version installed on your computer. We're not going to install it directly on our system. We're going to install it within UV. And that's the most modern way of doing so. How do you install Python? I would still want to request you to follow the instructions that you see on the Installing Python tab. So from the left-hand side, click on Installing Python and pick up this command and go back to your terminal. And then copy and paste and hit enter. In our case, we can see that we already have Python installed. Yeah, I did have everything installed before. I didn't want to mess up with this demo. Okay, so now how do you run Python? It's very simple. You do UV run Python and you're running Python. If it is your first time using Python, it seems quite easy to install Python, right? Now you can run your Python code right into the interactive mode or interactive terminal. We can write hello world. And see, you can literally type your Python code using UV Python package. So yeah, that's something which is going to be heavily used in the future. UV is a Rust-based Python package manager, so it is by default going to be very, very quick for you to install any Python libraries. Obviously, we're going to talk about the libraries in the sessions. If you're joining or if you're watching this video after you have watched the sessions, you have probably already understood what libraries are. So yeah, you probably be more familiar with this process. Yep. All right, thank you.